We're going to start with a 12-inch by 12-inch canvas at 300 dpi. And we're going to go over and select black first by double tapping in the darker colors of our palette. And then we're going to come over to our brushes and we're going to select the calligraphy monoline tool, and we're just going to slide that gently over and duplicate it. And then we're going to take that duplicate, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play with the properties just a bit. We're going to bring up the maximum size to, I don't know, somewhere around 700%. And then tap done. And then we're just going to dial this down to right around 60%. And with black selected, we're going to create sort of a cigar shape here. Something like that. Perfect. Okay. And let's go ahead and select our Move and Transform tool. And I have snapping selected with a distance of 3, which is the default, so that I can find the center here of, there we go, center of both vertically. There we go. When you have the golden lines in the crossing, that's perfect. That's where you want it. Okay, this is a very simple brush that we're making, but it's the effect that we put on the end that makes it look like it has more dimension. Okay, so let's go ahead and go up to our wrench and then go to Add and Copy Canvas. And then we're going to come over to our brush, and that copy that we just made, we're going to gently, we're just going to tap it and open up the shape here. Tap Edit, tap Import, and Paste. Awesome. And if it comes in like this, which it will probably because this is how you drew it, we want it to be inverted. So we're going to use 2 fingers, tap to invert. And the reason we want it that way is that white is dark opaque color. So whatever color you selected, that will be showing wherever there's white, and wherever there's black, it will be invisible. And any sort of gray will be different levels of transparency. When you're satisfied with this, let's go ahead and tap Done. Now, the next thing I want to do is, I don't want this quite so thick. So we're going to go back down to Properties, and I'm going to go down now to about 50%, I think. There we go. Okay. And then the next thing I want to do is, let's go ahead and clear the drawing pad and actually bring up the preview size just a little bit. And now I can just draw in there. Let's go back to Shape. I want to have the rotation go all to follow my path there. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my stroke here, and I'm going to change the spacing to somewhere around, well, I think, looks like we're going somewhere around 76 to 80, 76 there. That looks pretty good. I'm not sure I want it to be quite so thick, so I'm going to go back down to Shape here, and I am going to squish it just a little bit with this little sort of coordinate space here. I don't know what the name of this is. And we're just going to grab the blue and just kind of squish those just a little bit. There we go. I kind of like the look of that. And that means I need to go back up to my stroke path and actually, make it just a little bit more, because I want it to look like it's going through and we're having some regularity with the stroke that's showing and the stitch that's showing and the stitch that's not. Okay, and I also want to get rid of stabilization because I don't quite like what the streamline is doing right there. Okay. There we go. That's more like what I want. Let's check out rendering. Let's go Intense Glaze. Okay, actually that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and tap Done when we're satisfied. Let's go ahead and test it. Okay, I have a new canvas and a purple background, and I've got white selected, and I have our new brush selected. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do a little bit of stitching here. And this looks pretty great, but it's kind of flat. And so there's one last technique I want to show you to add dimension, and this test helps us see, like, okay, yes, our stitching brush looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and add the dimension. We're going to go ahead and slide that over, create a duplicate, and then we're going to go ahead and invert it, which will turn it black since we're using white, so it looks like that. Then, one thing we want to do, and I'll just show you this with that other layer invisible, is that we want to go down to overlay, because when you're using black and overlay, it gives you a darker color of the color that you're using, which is perfect for shadows and trying to sort of simulate how this might look if it was a shadow and you were stitching into like holes. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and put the white back on top of it, so there it's visible again, but we want to have this just a little bit fuzzy. So we're going to go over with that black layer selected, and we're going to go ahead and select the adjustments and Gaussian blur. And we're just going to slightly bring it up somewhere around, actually I have found somewhere around 4 or 5% is usually pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off. Let me just blow this up so you can see this. You're starting to see that there's a nice little edge right around that. Okay, that's pretty good. And then what I want to do is I'm going to give some direction to the light. So I'm going to select my Move and Transform tool, and I'm just going to tap a couple times so it shifts everything just this way. And now let's look at that again. And now it looks even more like we've got some light going on here, like some dimension going on with some shadow and everything. But it's still just a little bit too strong. So what we want to do is go back to overlay. And for our shadows, I like to dial those down somewhere around 60%. And that just makes it a little bit more subtle. All right, when it's big, it's hard to tell the subtlety, but there you go. That looks pretty good. So here's without, it looks pretty flat, and here's with that little adjustment. Bring it up so you can see it just a little bit better. So without, kind of flat, with, gives it dimension. As you can see, it's so easy. I know, cheesy. Anyway, that's the video that YouTube thinks that you might like to watch next. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope your day is amazing.